Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. We are back with the next round of action. Fate Esports up against District 69, and District 69 will be the first team I introduce. We're going to see Shipa playing Grok, eLvenpath playing Arcos, PERDO playing Barik, Kagemitsu playing Pip, and bugzy playing Eevee. Across the way, Taddle, what have we got?
And of course, on the other side, we do have Fate Esports, Menschmeyer on Eevee, Smutney on Barik, Unbelievable on Pip, Arcos on Grok, and skillganon on that Ruckus.
So start of this game already, Tal, we're going to see the mines as the spawn point to begin with. What sort of control are you looking for from these two teams? What do the mines bring to the capture point area?
You've got a lot of flanks going on here possible, and also it's all about that high ground balcony control, as we see the flank coming in really strong for the side of D69 right now.
Yeah, they're already looking at trying to get point control a little bit. Contested goes down, but first blood, the way of Kagemitsu. Good little opportunity there already for District 69.
Yeah, they're trying to push through on the other side, however, District 69 pushing the back into that tunnel. Bugzy goes really aggressive onto Unbelievable and picks him up for the double kill. He's looking for his triple.
Looking for the triple, but can he find it is the real question. Point control is definitely still in District 69's favor. PERDO on that point with the barricade down already, and you can see that Fate Esports just happy to try and regroup again after this initial push fail.
They need to regroup completely before they try and go in for this one. If they all go in drips and drabs, they're going to just get mopped up on this one.
Oh, eLvenpath around the back on that Ruckus. Immediately the shield's already exposed and he has to hover away. But now we may see a siege. It's 93 points. They've got to get to this point soon.
Yeah, they try and dive on, but PERDO is already there for the defense. He picks up one. The rest of the kills coming through as well. Smutney all on his own left to find this one off, but I don't think he'll find it.
So what exactly went wrong there for Fate Esports, Taddle? I mean, they got on the point early, District 69, they just held it from there.
eLvenpath went for that flank, as you saw, and it actually didn't really look like it was paying off. The issue is he got a lot of damage onto Menschmeyer, and Menschmeyer fell back to try and survive, but he fell back onto the point, and PERDO was waiting for him, took him out, and it was 4v5 from there.
Well, Kagemitsu and PERDO trying to hold the cliff here up against the team of Fate Esports, but this choke point is a very important one where we could see a good defense come out from Fate Esports.
They're trying to get this high ground control right now. There's a huge ice storm that comes through. That's a double kill for them. They're trying to find Menschmeyer here as well, but he's also getting them really low. Kagemitsu drops. They're still trying to keep this high ground control as the payload slowly moving forwards.
And because they get the high ground control, bugzy picks up Arcos, just releasing the payload, allowing him to push it in as well. And meanwhile, you're going to see Menschmeyer trying to stay away on that Eevee and keep him busy. But respawns have happened now, and Fate Esports mounting a defense.
Huge Hexafire comes through, but it only catches onto one. Chicken comes out. They manage to get that out. Tempest comes through from Shipa. He picks up one. He's looking for the second kill. Bugzy with a huge freeze in the back. Meanwhile, he picks up two. Payload is pushing forward. Arcos makes it back in time, but he's going to get wiped up as well. And the side of Fate just being staggered really hard here now.
Well, we're going to have both teams trying to rush people onto the point. skillganon falls down now. Still a small advantage for District 69, but respawn point means they're going to be back a lot quicker of Fate Esports. The point is still being contested as the ultimate comes down from the barrack.
There's eLvenpath with the Hexafire, though. He shuts down that Tempest from Arcos and pushes the point through. District 69 converting for a 4-point lead.
4-point lead in a good position already, but when you look at this team here, Burncard's now coming through, and you can see the advantage we've got in favor of District 69 thanks to that conversion.
Yeah, that's definitely giving them a great advantage with all of these card pickups. We see a lot of the extra health cards being picked up from the side of District 69. That'll give them 600 bonus health, which just gives them a lot more wiggle room to work with in these fights. It keeps them up a bit longer, and in the 1v1s, it means that you will come out ahead.
Well, now we're going to the waterfall, and both teams going to start heading the way over there now, trying to get control of this. And this one, well, once again, it's all about those angles, isn't it? Trying to get those points of height, and both barracks setting up at exactly the same position.
Bugzy is coming out huge with this freeze build right now. He gets skillganon frozen, iced out, and just puts him back into spawn. As the rest of the team trying to hold this one, but there's no one on the point right now. They do have them held off with this balcony and high control, but they're not getting any advantage for it. And here comes the flank.
Yeah, here comes the flank indeed, but how good is the flank going to be there? eLvenpath coming in on the Ruckus, trying to deal something, but surrounded by multiple members. No real support other than Shipa, but at the moment you can also see skillganon keeping the rest of the team at bay.
Yeah, the ice storm does come through. That's going to sweep through and push them off of that balcony there. Unbelievable does pick up bugzy. Kills going left and right. skillganon taking really low. Shipa also about to drop, but it looks like the kills are going in the favor of District 69 right now.
But District 69 here, I mean, Tuttle, when I look at what happened there, Fate Esports all grouped together, they managed to pick off targets, had a good position on this, but then they got split apart by District 69 looking to try and flank round the back. I didn't recognize the point was being taken the whole while by PERDO.
Yeah, they tried to go for a flank there as well. It looks like District 69 all jump off the point to try and get a zoning sort of setup. All the meanwhile, Fate had actually already gone in for the point. But they do come round in time. They shut that down and they flank them once more.
This is very clean coming out from District 69 here. Still 3 members of the team with those burn cards that they bought at the start. None of them actually dying just yet. So this delayed advance that they did and ended up taking the point worked out in their favor. With those 3 burn cards online, now we're back to the cliff once more where the fight for control is there.
And Fate Esports really have to try and make a defense here because we are 6 points up. If this one is converted, we're looking at an 8-point advantage for the side of D69. We saw in the previous games, you might win that last point, but unless you get the defense, the conversion going through, you're just going to lose at that point.
And this ledge is fully in control of District 69. However, Fate Esports are on the payload, so they're stopping a push for the time being. Barricade does come up once more, though, so it's going to allow a little bit more time now for Fate Esports to keep him busy. But meanwhile, Shipa, he's just happily pushing the payload.
Yeah, they get the frags from the high ground off as well. skillganon does manage to just about survive. bugzy jumps in, gets the freeze onto Smutney and picks him up. Another snipe onto Unbelievable. Hexafire comes through to shut him down, but it doesn't quite connect.
They managed to pick off skillganon at the back. It was causing a couple of issues for them, but Fate Esports trying to hold the payload. Only Arcos is here, and he's going to fall down too. Now it's all up to the poor old Smutney on his own.
He's 1 versus 2 right now. Unbelievable coming for the support from above. The rest of his team as well. Looks like bugzy recognizes this, leaving PERDO for dead right now.
And PERDO just trying to play it very safe here, but he does end up falling down. So that's all the burn cards out of this one for the time being. A little bit of an opportunity now for Fate Esports to set up a defense. Do you want to see them head back to the ledges now and try and get control of those?
I want to see them group up, and actually I want to see them go, rather than try and get high ground control, I like to see them just go for an all-out push. We have ultimates on both eLvenpath, PERDO, and bugzy. We've got the Hexafire, the Dome, and the Snowstorm. They could go for a really aggressive 5-man push here.
Talking like aggressive, bugzy goes in, gonna take out one. Smutney goes down, and Shipa takes out Arcos as well. And because of that, the siege has been broken again. The defense is failing. The skillganon falls as well. Only 2 members left alive to try and defend this.
And there's still 3 ultimates on the side of District 69 if they need them, but I don't think they will.
Well, I'm going to see him drop down immediately. eLvenpath going to pick up 2 easy quick kills for themselves. 2 members on the point from Fate Esports trying to hold this one off, but it looks like this should be District 69's point.
Yeah, they're looking to just convert this one. Huge Ice Storm comes out from bugzy. That picks up those kills nice and easy as they convert that point.
Shipa with a 10 streak to his name, going to pick up some burn cards for himself as well now. And this is a really bad situation in game 1 for Fate Esports here, because they have to basically win everything from this point. 1 failed defense, 1 failed capture, and it's all over. We'll see District 69 take the win here.
Yeah, this will be the possible final round, but it could definitely be an end, even if they manage to get this capture point through, of course, with 1 point going through for a successful defense.
So Igloo in the middle. This one's a bit of a different point here. Lots of little avenues to try and poke in and out of and try and find it. And we'll see how the teams are going to group up, as already PERDO's on the point with that barrack and the barricade already down to start creating a defense and give themselves an opportunity. But meanwhile, we saw Fate Esports group up as a team there and try and flank around the side, but it's not worked out as clean as they wanted.
No, they definitely had the tighter group formation, but they didn't pick up the kills as much as they needed to. However, it's starting to pay off for them now. They pick up 3 kills and get the advantage. Chicken comes through. Kagemitsu trying to do what he can. He finds 1, but he's being forced out as well.
Oh, Kagemitsu, though, played it well. Forcing the chicken means that he managed to even things out in terms of how many people are alive, meaning respawns can come through for District 69. They're not going to give up control of the point just yet. Neither team really has it right now.
Yeah, they're just trying to get control of the point before they even go for the actual point itself, and it looks like District 69 are the ones coming ahead.
Arcos round the side on his own, and I think they all recognize, and you can see Kagemitsu going in an eLvenpath as well, just going to combine to try and bring down Arcos. Ghostwalk already used, and actually bugzy uses his ultimate there just to try and force that death as quick as possible.
Yep, and that's going to work out for them. They know they don't need them past this point. If they can pick up the frags, it won't matter if they've got their ultimates for the conversion or not. This will be the end, and it looks like it's going to go through.
Easy game, easy life for District 69 there. Played it pretty well. I mean, realistically, Tal, what did Fate Esports really do wrong? Was it just District 9's positioning as a team?
We saw there at the end, especially, they grouped up as a 5-man unit, and I actually liked that with the composition they were running. You know, it looked like it started to work. They started to pick up the kills. The issue is they then split up from there. They fractured as a unit, splintered out, and it was at that point that District 69 started to show their individual talent and ability to work as a team, but separated, really started to shine through.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like poor old Pip. Unbelievable. I didn't really mention him too much in that, but he was getting picked off a lot of the time there. Pretty low in the player damage compared to Kagemitsu on the other Pip across the way. I guess he just didn't manage to find the group ups, but I guess, well, when you think about the way District 69 played that one, to be fair, they did split themselves very thin on purpose and try and find those picks, and it worked out in their favor. Anything interesting in the builds you see coming out here?
Pretty standard builds coming out for everyone there, actually. We see Gunship Ruckus coming through, the Invigorate Grok that has become really popular this past week with the changes to, with the introductions of the burn cards becoming a lot stronger. We see things like the anti-healing cards coming through. They really shut down that healing rain build that we saw, especially in the last few games. We saw that, which seemed odd. With how that was shut down so hard with the use of Cauterize. So Invigorate coming through, very meta pick right now with Grok, allows him to go 1v1 toe-to-toe with anyone.
Well, you can see the damage charts there, and with that, District 69 take the first game. We'll be back shortly, though, for Game 2. It's a best-of-3 scenario. Which team will advance on to the semi-finals, and who'll drop down to losers? Find out after this break. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again. We're here for the second game between Fate Esports and District 69. District 69 took the first map. Can they do the same on the second? Tadal, you were saying that you saw bugzy has a bit of an interesting build here.
Yeah, he was going for that impact build. I thought maybe he was changing up in case the rest of Fate Esports were looking to counter that frigid field, ice block sort of freeze build we saw the time before. However, last second, he does notice it. He changes. He's going for that frigid field. But Menschmeyer, actually, last second, he's going for the impact build. Back and forth.
Well, we'll see how it works out for them. Both teams now heading towards the mines there. eLvenpath and skillganon are still mounted, heading towards each other. Both rockets is off as both the barracks do finally hit the point, but it's going to be first controlled the way of Smutny, and it's going to give him an opportunity at the start.
That'll allow him to set up his turret as well, but the rest of the team, they actually fall back to try and defend themselves and leave Smutny all on his own. Bugzy picked up skillganon in the back. It's a 4v5 advantage right now to D69.
Yeah, look at this. D69 pushing them back out here. Fate Esports on the defensive, trying to group up. Barricade goes down from Smutny, and immediately you see eLvenpath go in there and just clean him up on the rockets and hover back to the safety of the capture point.
Yep, they tried to get control of that angle there to slowly push their way through, but eLvenpath, he spotted that. He had no control there at all. He just went straight in. He wasn't holding back.
Standard play from District 69 now. Push them back, keep them busy. Payloads ticking away for themselves, and they're just going to leave eLvenpath here alongside Kagemitsu just to hold them off and keep them at bay from mounting up.
And Kagemitsu here right now, he's holding the angle. This is what this point is all about. You get control, and then you just hold that great little angle there where you can get the potion launchers off, hold them back, and if they come through, they're going to take some damage and be really far behind.
Is this the best point to try and defend here, Taddle, early on? This little choke point path here?
This one here is a great angle to push to defend if you're on the defensive point. A bit further up, if you're on the actual defense from the payload, this next bit here coming up just by the cliffs, that's where the team are going to try and make their chokehold.
Well, let's see if Fate Esports can do that. PERDO on the top, on the cliffs here with the barricade down, trying to keep Unbelievable at bay here. At the same time, you can see Menschmeyer on the Eevee was trying to poke him out, but he takes a lot of heavy damage as well. And the payload still, skillganon trying to hold this one up.
Bugzy does jump in there, really aggressive. Menschmeyer trying to push through as well. but he gets shut down. eLvenpath picks up one of his own. They're pushing the payload all the meanwhile, though. Fate trying to take high ground advantage, but it doesn't matter. They've lost control of the payload.
And it's still just over 2 minutes, sorry, just under 2 minutes here where they're going to have this payload advantage in this position. It's good for the boys of District 69 here. Fate Esports, they're trying to do what they can to keep them busy.
They've lost control of that choke point. Here's the issue, though. skillganon pops the Hexafire. He's looking for the kills. Shipa does manage to stay alive, but the rest of his team drops. And Fate with a great Hexafire hold there.
And now they're going to have an opportunity. The payload's going to push back, and you can see them return straight away to the cliff edges here and into the caves to try and get control of the choke point once more. As the payload rolls back, you'll see that District 69 now grouped up again. They're heading to that cliff top themselves.
Yeah, the payload, how sadly, isn't far enough back to be in that chokehold. And District 69 just waiting for that moment to turn it on, flip the switch. They're going for the attack.
Oh, bugzy went in very deep looking for skillganon, but in the end, he ends up having to get out of danger and go back and regen, but by him going in, it's allowed District 69 to get control.
He takes all the damage, but Ice Block's last second to keep himself alive. Meanwhile, on the payload, Shipa with the Tempest clears that one out. Still pushing forwards, District 69 making more ground.
Respawns, however, have come through, and now we're going to see Smutny defend there as well and just try and keep PERDO, who was trying to push it in on his own. PERDO under pressure, he will fall as well. So the payload pushed a little bit further that time, Tuttle, 30 seconds left, and we're going to have to see District 69 group up for a final assault.
Yeah, they're going to have to make one final push if they really want to make this, and I reckon this actually could be the turning point for Fate. Remember, you get 400 credits for a defense right now. That is a huge lead.
It's already looking better for Fate Esports based off the first game. You can still see the point payload being controlled nicely. PERDO trying to do what he can to get in there with Shipa as well. Shipa in tow though, going to go behind the barricade put down by Smutny, but PERDO's going to watch himself as he's going down. bugzy out of this fight for now. The defense is going to hold by the looks of it here.
Great dome shield right there at the end by Smutny. Holds them off as that ice storm was rolling in from the front. He says no ice storm for you. Shuts that down. Holds everyone off the point. Shipa pushes it into overtime, but he's not going to last any longer.
And so we're going to get a good defense 1 point away of Fate Esports. We're going to have a bit of a game here now because obviously the burn cards, 400 credits you said, are going to go in their favor to be able to buy and catch up.
Yep, it's a huge swing of momentum if you can make that defense, as we see 3 cards being picked up so far on 3 members of Fate. They're completely sweeping it through. We see blast shields and that develop as well, adding extra health to the side of Fate will make them a lot tankier in this one. And here's the discrepancy between the two teams. We saw District 69, they got point control, they won the point, but they didn't get the conversion, and now they're a card behind on all of their members.
About the point last time on this Igloo point, we did see Fate Esports put up a very good grouping together, but this time it's going to be District 69 grouped up, but they're not having a very good time being pushed back here. skillganon isolated and alone and will fall. However, Arcos, well, he's going to manage to pick up Kagemitsu, which is very important.
The Hexafire gets popped in that corridor, Menschmeyer not able to get down. Frags coming either way, however. There's just chaos going right now. Tempest comes through, doesn't pick it up. Shipa gets dropped.
Smutny ends up going through, and there's eLvenpath on the Ruckers trying to keep them busy. Nobody on the point right now, so they're still fighting very, very deep. They've headed all the way over to the waterfall point now, just trying to get control of this. Now the respawn's coming through. This could be a long capture point.
Do the teams even realize that it's not actually on Waterfall? I think right now PERDO notices they're all fighting over Waterfall, but the point's Igloo.
Igloo now on control one more time for District 69. PERDO on the point with Kagemitsu, who did respawn. Menschmeyer is trying to just get some regen at the back, but being poked out. skillganon is the only one around this point right now that can try and do anything, but he's already got no shield.
PERDO picks up the first frag, and District 69, I honestly think that both teams didn't realize it was Igloo and thought it was Waterfall. The moment they did, District 69 set themselves up on a free point, and now they've got point control. Frags going in their favor as well.
PERDO did such good work on his own there to just hold that point off. Shipa created an opportunity for them to get some more points ticking away, and so they're going to hold it for now. 69 points, that's the name of them as well, as PERDO sits on it still. And Fate Esports, well, they have a man advantage here to go for this.
They have a man advantage, and 2 players still with 3 burn cards up. Unbelievable and Smutney still completely stacked. As I say that, Unbelievable gets taken down. That's a wipe on him.
Yeah, Arcos just charged out there, trying to create a zone to keep Smutney on the point, but that's allowed bugzy to sneak in the back with a bit of a cheeky one, forcing the dome shield up by Smutney now, and they're just going to hold off and wait for that to expire before they push in once more, District 69.
They're just trying to hold on for as long as they can. Smutney just trying to stall them out a bit longer for the rest of his team to catch up. And they have skillganon picks up a double kill. Dome gets dropped from PERDO on the point. District 69 trying to do what they can. Hexafire too. eLvenpath picks up a triple kill.
The dome shield did so much work, and eLvenpath's just like, thanks very much, buddy. I'll take that, and I'll take it to the bank too. The capture point goes their way, and District 69 are now on the advance once more. Fate Esports to defend the choke points again.
They're just trying to get the momentum in their favor, but last second, District 69 managed to turn it at the critical moment there.
I mean, it was a good little play for them. They wait for the dome shield to go down from Smutney, and then just pushed on afterwards. They wait for the dome shield to expire, and then had their own dome shield available from PERDO, and that just created that gap for eLvenpath to find as many picks as he did. That created this opportunity where now the payload, over 2 minutes remaining, is already past halfway.
It's already past halfway and it's starting to push through this choke point quite easily, gliding through. Smutney starts to put up a defense. Does look like eLvenpath's going to be too aggressive, get picked up here, and Fate Esports going to start to make this choke point defense.
Cliff's being contested here by Unbelievable and Kagemitsu as well, but you're going to see Smutney swing around there on the barrack as well. This should give an opportunity now for Fate Esports to start a hold and push the payload back a little bit more.
It's really important here for Fate Esports to make this defense as well. We saw last round that whilst they did lose that point fight, they were very much an advantage and actually put up a good fight against D69.
Mistakes were made there by Fate Esports, so skillganon overextended, gets picked off, and now because of that, the push is available a little bit more for District 69. bugzy going to look for the picks in the tunnels once more, but Smutney manages to pick him off, so they'll hold the cliffs, but they won't hold the payload.
They're going to lose payload control just for a few seconds, but the rest of his team catching up. skillganon pops the Hexafire. He picks up Kagemitsu. Nice barricade from PERDO, saves Shipa.
But look at the flank. Look at the flank coming out from Shipa around the back. They don't recognize it yet. They will now as they're on the ledge here, but immediately eLvenpath eliminated by the Eevee. Unbelievable picks up Shipa as well. Fate Esports are holding here.
They go for the flank there, but they go for the flank on the lower ground. Fate Esports have high ground control there. They see them flanking round and they just dive onto them.
Well, skillganon going to try create a zone here with the support of Smutney, heading down to make sure they don't manage to get into that cliff area, and you can see him put the barricade down. Payload slowly moving back. We're approaching the last 30 seconds of this payload advance, but now once more they do get back on the point and get it on the move.
Smutney taken down in the tunnel as well. Kagemitsu pops the chicken onto Unbelievable, hoping to find that kill. Trying to take him down, but he just about makes his way, ducking and diving, keeping himself alive. Shipa and eLvenpath low, but it will just about survive on this one.
Oh no, we'll see PERDO fall there as well. They're a little bit low, but they're still trying to push this. They recognize how slow the timer is. 4 seconds, and we're going to hit overtime here, and this could be awkward for the team to try and convert this.
Yeah, the respawns will start cycling as well. Of course, Fate Esports very close to the respawn. eLvenpath drops the Hexafire, but the Dome Shield's going to keep that all nullified.
The Dome Shield is just keeping him at bay. skillganon was looking for Kagemitsu, who gets out of the danger zone just in time. Payload is on the point, but the Dome Shield from PERDO is here, and this should hold. This will be another defense. No, I'm telling lies. It's not a defense at all. District 69 should be able to win this.
Yep, but Menchmar gets in last second, drops the ice block, keeps alive. Unbelievable, steps off last second, and they lose the defense.
That was crazy tail of events. I got so confused by the teams that I actually thought it was going to be a defense in the end, and it went the other way. So as we go into burn cards once more, let's see what's coming out, and you can see the side of District 69 is like it's Christmas Day.
This is going to be rough for the side of Fate. They do have a lot of credits because they had so many kills over those last fights, racking them all up. So both teams looking fully decked out right now. But the credit advantage will be in the side of District 69. So if they get killed, they can actually still buy some cars to make it back.
Well, let's see who gets to the point first of all. The mines are here. bugzy and Smutney are around the area. Smutney on the point already, but he's also got PERDO around the side, and you can see the flank coming out from District 69, looking to try and pick up PERDO.
Yeah, they're going for that nice flank there. Arcos with a great Tempest picks that one up. And they have a numbers advantage right now, but they're being collapsed on.
Esports with the man just while PERDO's down, but answered back twice by District 69 as bugzy and eLvenpath managed to find 3.
Huge kills for them. Skillganon pops the Hexafire, but there's the Ghost walk straight through it. Baited.
And eLvenpath ended up getting a quadra kill based off that too. Now you're going to see Shipa on the point just controlling it. Meanwhile, Kagemitsu and bugzy going to create the zone once more, make sure they get these players dismounted so they can't stop the payload conversion, the capture point conversion.
Getting up these stairs is so hard if the enemy team is holding those angles. Menschmeyer goes aggressive as eLvenpath leaves. That'll actually give them the chance they need to push through. They're going to try
and now skillganon overextended, goes in against the whole team, gets picked. Bugsy's going to go up and look for Smutny, who's on his own as well, and bugzy should be able to pick him up. Double kill the way of bugzy, and now the push is on with respawns. Well, it's a few seconds now until we're going to see Smutny come back.
Bugzy's play here right now is really pulling his team through. The freezes are on point, the jumping through. He's playing this assassin Eevee. He was so low at the start of that last fight that he almost got taken down, but he jumps out the last second and picks up a double.
eLvenpath now on a 7 kill streak there, but talking about that bugzy, well, he gets himself onto a 6 kill streak himself. Shipa moving the payload forward, and the zone is being created as bugzy blinks in, looks for the pick on Unbelievable, not going to find it though, but he creates enough room to allow the payload to keep pushing.
And once more, it's that wormhole on Eevee that allows him to jump back out with that blink. That's really giving them the advantage here. He goes in, soaks up all that damage, creates the distraction, and then jumps straight back out.
And with the dome shield down there by PERDO, you can see that Smutny's trying to do what he can, and pretty much on his own here. Him and his turret against the world is Unbelievable, is trading off with bugzy and will find that kill, but the turret is still being moved. Smutny's done what he can, but now he's out of everything and has to rocket boots away. Arcos on the point now has managed to help hold it.
He's going into that ghost walk, going to hold it off just for a few more seconds. They need to be careful. If anyone steps off it right now, it could be game, but it looks like they'll hold on for the last few seconds.
Well, they'll hold off for a few seconds, Tunnel, but it's a minute and 25 seconds still that they've got in this round, and that payload is so far forward. This defense is going to be very difficult for him here.
This is going to be really tough right now. PERDO, with the hero play there, managing to pick up the health nugget from Ruckus, keeps himself alive for a few more seconds. And as you said, it is very down to the wire right now.
Skillganon tries to get in there and force something, but in the end, he's going to fall down again. Unbelievable. Takes out Kagemitsu, however, which does create a little bit of an opportunity. Ship is a bit deep here, looking to try and swing around the back, but they've noticed him have the boys of Fate Esports, and they're looking to pick up Shipa, who's still alone, and he will fall.
He's going for the greedy play there. That's extremely greedy from him. Going for that backdoor, you know, he wants that hero sort of momentous occasion where he sneaks it in the back at the last second. But Arcos and the rest of the team, they're not having any of that. They turn on him straight away and keep him
tell you
down.
Who's not upset by this is Fate Esports now. They've got 30 seconds remaining. The payload's still pushing back, and they've managed to keep District 69 very, very far back here now, that they need to group up, and you can see they're waiting for the next opportunity to siege.
Yeah, bugzy and eLvenpath with this flank, however, they're going to try and push through right behind the side of Fate. Don't notice them until they're on top of them, however. The turn comes through. No frags either way, and we've only got 5 seconds left.
Yes, Smutny, though, that turret is on point with his position in there, and he's keeping the payload well at bay, and because of that, you'll see that they pick it up, and Fate Esports managed to defend, and in fairness, District 69 kind of threw that one. They had the opportunity, they went in one at a time for the most part, and they could have probably just seized it up and pushed in for the win.
They had a really good push going through. PERDO definitely held on for that team there. They kept them in that game. And from then on, they've just played greedy, honestly. They didn't group up and play as a team, as we saw. We saw Shipa trying to go for that momentous backdoor occasion. Doesn't get it, leaves his team on its own, and that's time wasted on that attack.
Everybody loves a good backdoor occasion if it presents itself. It's not often, though, but Waterfall has spawned, and now the teams will actually go to the Waterfall to find a point to capture.
Yeah, their flank is coming through, however, bugzy comes down.
Dome shield as well from Smutny comes out, and he will actually pick up eLvenpath here. This is a very aggressive, exciting start.
Yeah, the dome shield, however, comes back on the other side as Fate push too far forwards aggressively. Frags going either way. Shipa pops the Tempest to try and find it unbelievable. No frags coming out just yet, but they find the kills that they need to, and it looks like District 69 starting to take the advantage.
They have the capture point at the moment. They're slowly ticking away, and at 1 point is all they need. A defense or an offense, and it's all perfect right now for them. eLvenpath making sure Menschmeiner can't get in here on the Eevee, and he actually blinks back into bugzy, who says, "Thank you very much. I'll take your scalp, and I'll also look to win and move on to the next round."
Smutny as well, he's the last man coming forward. He comes in to try and hold this one, but he goes too aggressive, enforce him out. Unbelievable. His only help, he gets taken down, and District 69 take the series 2-0.
District 69 with a very good performance there, but Fate Esports, they're not going to be completely out of it this week, Tyler. We do have double elimination, so they will go down into the losers bracket now, and we'll probably follow them through there and see how they do. But biggest thing about that game there, it felt to me that the group up that came out early on from Fate Esports seemed to be good for them, but they just didn't manage to find penetration.
Yeah, we saw as well just overly aggressive plays from both sides, actually. We saw that last fight, really important occasion where we saw eLvenpath go way too aggressive. He pops the Hexafire, and that's when Smutny just goes, nope. Drops that dome shield, keeps him and his team alive and shuts him down. But then, right afterwards, we see the rest of the team push forwards aggressively, think they've got the numbers advantage. They go straight into a choke point. PERDO drops his own dome shield and wipes the team out.
You can see Kagemitsu, their top damage in that game, 75,000 damage done, 27 eliminations and only 9 deaths, not too bad. After seeing 4 teams so far, Tether, we've only got 5 in the tournament this week. Who's your money on for winning this week?
It's got to be on District 69, I think. I think they're going to take it through. We've not seen TQM yet, who are definitely one of the very strong contenders coming through. I'd say they're fighting for first place against District 69. But as you said, I want to believe in the Cinderella story, the underdogs, Exordium coming through. I want to believe they can take it against TQM.
Exordium, I mean, they've got to take on TQM next, and TQM did make the finals last week. We'll be back after a short break as the teams get themselves ready with some more action and find out exactly how the games are going to go. Who's going to move on to week 5? Find out later today.